What's up, guys? Fellow trailer nerds out there. Today we are with Dan Maxey from Tools in Action. What's up, Dan?
What's up, Jacob? How are you, brother?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Blessed, better than I deserve. I mean, all the things, dude. We're right here before Christmas. This is our first time to do this in quite a while, probably a couple of years, honestly, that we've had this kind of podcast interview, whatever you call it, session. So but anywho, so we'll jump into it. We're gonna get started. If you can
Sure.
just give us a little bit of background, man. Which I act like I'm the one hosting, but I have like 600 followers. You have what a couple of million across all platforms. So way more people know you than probably know me. But I'm asking you to tell them about you.
Right. Well, yeah, there's probably a lot of people that still don't know who I am, but
There you go.
my name's Dan. I'm with Tools in Action, and basically we're an online publication, I guess you could say. We're on all major platforms, and we're basically about the blue collar worker, right? Tools, equipment, stuff like that. Everyday equipment that you guys use, we want to be involved with. We want to show it off to our readers and stuff like that. And I know you're the trailer nerd, but I like to say I'm a little more dirtier than you with the trailers because I like live, breathe trailers,
Yeah.
like you at night. I'm just looking at trailers like, oh, I'm building stuff on the Diamond Sea site. I'm like coming up with ideas for trailers. So I think we actually go to the trailer show, which you guys are at. So we just cover all these things and kind of give an insight to the industry to our audience.
Yeah.
So
Did you start out strictly tools and move and then graduated like into other things and trailers, or is it always been all?
Um, it's 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 always been all. I mean, in the very early days, we started with PJ. Maybe 1 or 2 years after we started, it was tools, and then we went into like with the PJ. And then as time went on, I just wanted to get into more and more involvement with it. That's when we started going to the show, trailer accessories, Demco hitches, stuff like that. Um, and we just worked with companies like that because a lot of our readers do have trailers, right? They're
Mhm.
hauling cargo, they're landscapers, they're plumbers, they're doing jobs with these trailers. And we just like to be able to cover the best stuff for them, right? I don't want to be able to say, hey, this trailer is awesome when it's not. So it's like that's why we kind of like teamed up with you guys.
There
So
you go.
pretty happy about that.
So what would you say is your earliest like remembrance or experience with a trailer? Like is it even back into like later teenage or
Oh man, yes, early 20s Costco Snow Bear. How about that?
what is that?
So in the early
What
days,
is
Costco
that?
opened up by us. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of Snow Bear. I mean, I haven't heard of them since, but they basically made this single axle trailer. It was $800 at Costco. I was going in there every day. I mean, I was 20 something years old. $800 was a lot of money then. I'm like, I
Yeah, for
want this
sure.
trailer. I want this trailer. I want this trailer. So finally, I went ahead and bought it when I was moving. And the first day I moved it, the tire popped. Like, I'm like, what? And then I'm looking at it. They put it together wrong. When they put the
Mhm.
frames on the side, the L bracket was sticking out and rubbing against the tire.
Mm-mm.
So I was like stuck on the side of the road. And that's when I knew I had to go with double axle, right? So
There
like
you
I
go.
got to upgrade because I can't be stuck in this. But really, that was my first foray into the trailer world.
Yeah.
And it just allows you to give extra cargo, right? Even if you have a pickup truck, your platform's different, it's lower. You can just do a lot more with the trailer, I feel.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
the truck.
Cool. Yeah. Similar. Like my first stuff is single axle trailers as a kid, right? Like growing up in the business. But if you fast forward, to I guess we started working together 2 years ago
Yeah,
ish, something like
roughly
that.
2 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
So we had the mutual acquaintance or mutual friend, Dirt Monkey Stanley, but anyways, at that point, how did you discover Diamond C and why? Like, what drew you to Diamond C at that point?
Well, honestly, the first Diamond I ever saw, I was on like a trailer trader, and I saw you guys had like an equipment. I don't know if you guys call it the HDX or whatever, but it was. I think it was before these names even. It was just a Diamond C gray equipment trailer, and it just said Diamond C on that big engineered beam up front. And I'm just thinking, oh my god, this trailer just looks the part, right? This is what I want. It just had everything I wanted on it. And again, I was like probably in my late 20s. So I'm like, this is a lot of overkill trailer for what I need right now. Hopefully I can get to my business or be at a point where I can get a trailer like this. So that was really my first kind of foray into seeing the Diamond C brand. And
Mhm.
then one of my buddies, a tree guy, actually got one,
Mm.
and he beat the snot out of it, and he's still got it today. I mean, we're probably talking 10, 20 years. I don't know how long he's had it,
Yeah.
but he still has it. That's how I was familiar with the brand.
I got you. So then, looking at that first LPX, you had heard what the tree guy had done. You'd been exposed just online. We get together, we do, our first deal where you bought the LPX. I mean,
Yep.
that was not a gimme.
Nope. Nope.
Top
I
deal.
love that trailer.
Yeah. And so when you got that trailer, just talk about, I guess if you can, just some, expectations of getting it, but then when you received it and some of the work you did with it, and just your thoughts there.
Well, the expectations were when I got it, I like almost thought it was too nice for work, right? Because I mean, the paint was perfect on it, and I'm like, I don't want to scratch this thing. I'm almost waxing the thing, right? It's so beautiful. But I was just amazed at all like the innovation behind it, right? The max ramps, I mean, came in handy a lot. The winch, which was pretty awesome because that's what I was mainly using it for, was recovery. Like I
Mhm.
buy a lot of old Jeeps, old vehicles, stuff like that, and a lot of them aren't running, right? So when you
Mhm.
go out to a job site or go out to wherever you're picking this vehicle up at, you can just hook up that winch, pull it on. It was remote control. It was pretty awesome. Everywhere I went with the trailer, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, I've never seen a trailer like that. Who makes that trailer? What is that trailer?" And I mean, I was super happy with that trailer. I think it was it. The LPX is a great trailer.
Yeah,
It was just a great trailer.
for sure. Did you ever put equipment on it?
I don't. It's just a cast loader. You know what a
Okay.
cast loader is? They're like little loaders. I didn't
Like a
put any
small,
major equipment, yeah, on
hard
it or
to
anything like that.
kind
It was mostly just vehicles and lumber. We did a
got
lot of lumber with that
a lot
trailer.
of them.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we were working on Eric's house at the time, and we were just getting bulk lumber, and they just fork it right on. So
I gotcha. So, talk about the LPT today. If you're following Tools in Action, his latest Diamond C is a really cool desert tan LPT. Got some black accents and things, and so just talk about your experience with it and kind of what you're doing with it.
yeah,
It's a unique approach.
yeah, we call it the Sarge. That's the name of it, just because it's like it got the American flag on the side. Everybody that sees it is just like amazed by it. Um, but yeah, the first thing I did when I got that trailer was tear out my bathroom. It was a huge project and it all fit in there, which I was pretty surprised. And there was a lot of like drywall and like loose fittings on the top. So like the first thing I noticed right away was the cover that goes on, right? How you guys got that high cover that goes over. That
Mhm.
was pretty awesome. Just kind of closing it up and being able to drive it to the dump without stuff flying out of it. And after I got done with it there, we used it for a couple mulch jobs at Eric's place. But then my plumber was looking for a trailer because he has a triple axle and he broke an axle on it. He said, "Hey, can I borrow this thing for a couple days?" I'm like, "Yeah, take it." And then he started taking it and he's calling me. He's like, "Oh my gosh, like this thing's just like you can put anything in it and it just lifts thanks to that, 3-stage piston." And he's had it for like 6 months now, just to be honest. I'm trying to get it back. I
Yeah.
will be getting it back, but
One of
he's been
those things. Oh, sorry. Is
oh,
one
go
of
ahead.
those things you've seen the memes, like, if you want more friends, just get a new trailer. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I got people lined up to borrow the trailer. So,
yeah.
and then in a way, I'm like, you know what? Because I do believe in the Diamond Sea brand. So I'm like, hey, it's good for you guys. Let's really see it. I mean, for me, I probably put that trailer through maybe 50% of what it's designed to do. Right? I want to put it through 120% of what it's designed to
Gotcha.
do. That's why I send it out to these guys. I told he's like, oh, dude, I don't want to scratch it. The first day, he literally put like plywood down in there because he's putting
Mhm.
his equipment in there. He's like, oh, I don't want to scratch it. I'm like, bro, beat it. I want to see what it does, And he's been beating the snot out of it, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I love it. I love it."
Yeah.
So it's been really holding up well. And when we get it back, we got a few projects we're going to be doing with it, more landscape wise and stuff like that. So
Gotcha. Thus far, let's talk for a minute about, areas for improvement, but then also what you appreciate about it thus far. I mean, you mentioned the tarp already and, a few of the other things, but what are some areas for improvement that you found, do you think?
honestly, I can't mention one. I mean, I was thinking about that, because you guys sent me some pre-questions, and I'm like, God, what are areas of improvement on this trailer? And really, the only thing I could say that I'd really like to see on your trailers, and I think we talked about this at the show, is more strobe lights. You know,
Oh, okay.
I just feel, especially like I was thinking the other day when you're raising and lower it, there'd be cool just to have like a strobe light underneath, just to let people know it's in action or something like that. People stay away,
Yeah.
you know, and all the other innovations you guys actually came out with, you know, like automotive style wiring,
Yeah.
stuff like that. The wireless remote, that's a huge one, you know. I don't know if that's an option or if that comes factory, but you know, that's a pretty good option. But I mean, honestly, I can't think of a better trailer out there. And guys, the audience, I'm not making this up. This is the honest to God's truth. It's just I can't think of anything that would be better for this trailer, you know. It's a pretty amazing trailer.
Gotcha. So we covered the improvements or lack thereof that need to be made. But what about some of those other standout features? You mentioned the tarp.
The tarp is pretty great, but I think the number one standout feature on this trailer for me is the trailer jack, the hydraulic trailer jack.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, there is nothing worse than being out on a 20-degree day, hooking up a trailer, and you got to hook it up like twice to move it and hook up another trailer and hand crank, right? It takes forever. I mean, you can literally do it with this trailer in seconds. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's fast. It's fast. It's not just like some slow jack screw. It's like down, up, and you're like, wow. And I think I even did a couple videos on it. People were just with the green one that my buddy had.
Yeah.
And that's another testimonial to you guys, right? I mean, my buddy saw it. He's a roofer. He's like, dude, we got to get Diamond C's. And he went out and bought I think he got an LPT and a GDT. Does that sound right?
Yeah. The smaller one. Yeah.
Yeah, the smaller one. So
You ended
he's
up
got,
getting an OPT and a GDT?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and he was all mad at me because he wanted to borrow the Sarge.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
So
he's
he's
like,
like,
"Oh,
screw it,
Sarge."
I'm going to get my own.
Yeah, he's like, it's out with the plumber. He's like, well, I got to get one. I got to get one. So he got a green one, and we call it Shrek. So Shrek and
awesome.
Sarge.
I got you. So what's the plan with Sarge over the next little bit? Like, do you have any idea?
Well, through the holidays, the plumber's still going to use it. And then I got a tree guy that's very interested. He's looking at some new dump options, and I'm like, dude, you got to check this thing out. So we're going to take that out to him, and you know, just kind of see how it survives in his environment, right? I mean, he's going to be dropping huge logs into it, so we're really going to check out. I think it's 7 gauge on the sides on that one. We're really going to see how that holds up, and just you know, mulch stuff like that, and just kind of see. Hey, how does it hold up in this environment too? We already know we could do equipment with the plumber. We already know we can fill it with like wet mud up to the brim, overload it, and it's going to still dump. But yeah, I think the next thing is going to be the landscape area.
Yeah, the big logs is definitely a testament for the 7 gauge, right? I mean, you know, a lot of times end users end up buying a trailer that is not really what they need because it's just what the dealer has, and the dealer, you know, their motivation is to sell trailers and, you know, move them and make money. And so oftentimes they'll sell a trailer that unfortunately is not the right one. What I'm getting at is the 7 gauge is not a very expensive option, but in a case like this, the tree guy, if he doesn't know any different, like he is upset not before too long, because when he's dropping these big gargantuan, you know, logs in there from 3-4 feet high, and it's beat the floor and the sides to pieces. Again, he's not very happy, but that 7 gauge is, I mean, it doesn't cost all that much, but it makes a world of difference. You're going from, you know, the 10 gauge standard is just slightly thicker than 1/8 of an inch, and 7 gauge is 3/16 of an inch.
Wow.
So it's quite a bit thicker when you're comparing it. And even if you next time you go out and look on that 7 gauge sticker, there's 3 lines, and those lines indicate 7 gauge is the thickest, 10 gauge in the middle, and there's some manufacturers who even still do a 12 gauge, which has, in our opinion, has zero place in a commercial application. But some manufacturers, you know, they want to sell units, and they do it by price, and they take material out of it, and then gosh, the uneducated buyer ends up getting
I know that's my cat. That's my producer right there.
There you go. The uneducated buyer gets shafted, and it's unfortunate. But anyways, so cool. Well, we formalized this ambassador program here the last few months. I was just curious to get your take on that. Diamond C ambassador.
Honestly, we kind of make it a rule that we're not ambassadors to any company. I mean, we turn them down a lot,
Yeah.
but with you guys, it was different. I just feel that you guys are more than a company. You're like a family, right? And I believe in the product so much that I was kind of honored when you guys asked me. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I would love to, be associated with you and kind of represent, you guys as you guys are the dominant trailer manufacturer in the industry. I go to trailer shows. I talk with Staley, the dirt monkey, all the time. And I mean, he's gone through tons of trailers. And we all know that Diamond C is just the echelon. It's the bar, right? So, I mean, to me, that's what I want to represent. That's what I want to tell my readers. Hey, I want you to go get this because I know once I send them to you, that they're never going to have, issues. They're going to be happy with their purchase. They're going to have a trailer that's going to last a long, long time. So I appreciate it and I thank you guys and I really feel honored to just be a part of this program. And I think it's great that you're doing it because, these influencers and these ambassadors, they love your product, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it because they love your product. And I think that, explaining it to their audience is just pretty amazing,
Dude, I'm kind of speechless, honestly. Like we did not rehearse this part, just so you know.
No, and it's true, guys. It's true. There's a lot of there's a lot of companies that I see at the show, and you can just tell they're all corporate. They're just all bottom dollar guys, Hey, let's never use it. It's like no. They just want to get trailers and move them, right? You guys are all about innovation, making the best quality trailer in the industry, and family owned, which is pretty huge.
Man, that means a lot, honestly, because that's in a nutshell, that's what we're here for. We're here to make a difference in the lives of people all over North America, and we just do it through trailers. That innovative, durable trailers is kind of the medium that we get to do it through. So to hear you say those things is the honor is actually on my end. I mean, just being able to hear that is really awesome. And it's not for me. The way I said that, it sounds like it's for me. It's for the 900 people that work here that make it happen every day. The team, in Titus County across 4 different places, 4 different plants that make it happen. That's really a testament to them. So that's awesome. I appreciate those words so much.
You're welcome, man. Anytime, because you guys deserve it.
Cool. Well, just I guess we'll close out here. If there's any last words, any development initiatives that you're excited about coming up, any thoughts there?
Actually, you want to know what I'm really excited about? I mean, this seems so lame, but is when I saw at the trailer show, the automotive wiring.
Yep.
Obviously the strobe thing. But the emblems, right? That are going on the trailers, right? And I mean, that's just another thing that just goes like, you don't have to do those emblems. Everybody's got stickers, you know what I'm saying? But it's you guys just want to set yourself ahead of that bar and just be that much more quality and kind of, hey, this, you guys want to set a precedent, set a standard in the industry. And I think no one else is doing that. And, I saw it at the show. I haven't seen it in like any trailer, other than the show yet because they haven't come out. But it looks pretty amazing, man. I mean, it's just that little, it's like that little cherry on top, right? Hey, you got this beautiful cake with the whipped cream and all that. And it's like, here's that nice little cherry, just to make you feel like good about, hey, this is awesome, and it really is. So
no, you're right. You're right. Our ambition there is to professionalize the industry. Because if anybody's hung around the trailer industry very long, you realize that it's light years behind automotive industry, power sports industry, these other ones, in terms of things like badging. And, it's been warp speed the last 10 years of getting there. But, as part of our goal is professionalizing the industry and raising the bar, raising the standard of what, because we believe it's what the customer has asked for. And what the customer expects. And so, yeah, so just to sum up, like he's talking about 3D badging that is coming. That's more, instead of just a cheap vinyl sticker like we and most everybody in the industry has used for ever. It's actually a 3D badge like what you would find on a car or truck or whatnot, where it says F-150 on the side or whatnot. And so that's to come January of 2024. And then also when he mentions that new harness, it's already in production on the dump trailers. So like if you were to be getting an LPT like you have now built right now, it gets the new harness, which is great. And then all the rest of the product line, those harnesses are coming in January to the Fleet Neck product, and then the automotive trailers and stuff like that. So we're super excited about what the level or the I guess the bar that those harnesses raise the product to. It's kind of again the expectation of the customer there. So, but cool. Well, we
Yeah.
appreciate your time, man.
Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me. I totally appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and you know, everyone here watches your channel and just all of the insight that you bring. I mean, you're doing a heck of a job in you know, just raising awareness and educating and all the things. I mean, you've got a really cool purpose in what you do, and just excited to see what the future holds for you. All right, guys. Before we jump off, lightning round questions for Dan Maxie. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. Next trailer color.
Battleship Gray.
Next Diamond C trailer.
I'm liking the DOD.
Ford, Chevy, or Dodge.
Ford all the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ford all
I'm
the
a
way.
Ford guy, so that's cool.
I know. I am too. I mean, the new Super Duties are kind of ugly, so I mean, I might have to go to an AT4 if I get a truck soon. But I'm pretty happy with my 22 Super Duty. So
Cybertruck or no?
yes, on order.
Ooh, man, there's gonna be a lot of controversy on that one.
Yeah, I'm 1.5 million down the list, so I won't see it for like 3 or 4 years. So
Favorite social media platform?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's what we do the most on. I mean, I think we're like 50,000 away from a million. I mean, that and Facebook, we're just killing it on.
Yeah.
TikTok, we were killing it. And then they had to sign up for a new ad program. And they're like, oh, you can make money doing this way. And since they did, they cut us off. So it's like,
I gotcha. All right. Last question. Where can people find you?
Tools in Action, at Tools in Action everywhere.
At Tools in Action everywhere.
Everywhere.
You heard it, man. Go follow him if you don't. Check out what he does. Man, he's the real deal. So cool. All right.
Thanks,
Logging off now.
All right.
See ya.
See ya.